What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Third and Longhorn, and I have a feeling this is going to be a very eventful episode. We have a lot of people here who weren't here for the postgame. Mark Higgins, shout out to Mark, and I.
Took all the bullets.
We're here to take all the bullets, but before we get started, I am joined by Jeremy Hills, Fozzy Whittaker, Rod Babers, Alex Okafor. I'm Nick Shuley, and like I just mentioned, Mark Higgins as well. And so, if you haven't liked or subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Over half the people who listen and watch this show are not subscribing and liking, so make sure you put it there. Also, drop your score predictions for the Texas San Jose State game, please, and we'll respond to everything. Or one of us will. All right, season records of both these teams for San Jose State. Both teams come in 0-1. This is the second meeting between the two schools. In 2017, Texas played San Jose State and shut them out 56-0. San Jose State is coached by Ken Niumatalolo, and he, you might remember him from the Naval Academy for many years. He was quarterback at Hawaii. He brings the spread and shred offense into our stadium, and they were predicted to finish third by Boise State and UNLV in the Mountain West, and the Texas is favored by 36.5 points, over under of 51.5. And if you get out to the game early this coming weekend, some of us will be out on Bevo Blvd with KXAN, KBVO, so check that out. We're also doing our post game live again, but we'll also be on our good friends at 1300 The Zone. So we're everywhere. Yeah. So let's get started on why we're here. Let's start with the offensive preview. The Texas offense against the San Jose State defense. Who wants to attack this? Anybody? Rod
did timeout. Rod's refueling.
San Jose State's defense, no, they got issues stopping the run.
Yeah, they do.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. I mean, Central Michigan they had 100-plus yard rushing, and one other guy had 99 yards rushing. Yeah. Central Michigan ran up and down the field. Huge. So with Texas coming off, what I think all of us are optimistic about, that running attack with 160-plus yards rushing on the road at Ohio State. I think Texas is going to run it downhill on San Jose State early and often. I think you're going to see the depth of that running back room. You're going to see all them youngsters by the time it's all said and done. So Texas may have one of their best rushing performances in the Sark era, potentially. But do
you foresee Texas working on the pass game more, even though they can, you can get big chunks of rushing yards? I feel like
Arch needs the reps.
So San Jose's – sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, Sark's offense has always been predicated off of a good balance if it wants to be elite. So although the run game may be running efficiently and well, the balance portion of it is what makes Sark's offense difficult to defend against. And so I think no matter how good the running backs do, the pass game will always have to be implemented and focused on to be able to create the reps that they were lacking going into Ohio State.
When I looked at that Central Michigan game, y'all, like, there were offensive linemen throughout the entire game, in the run game, that were 8, 9, 10, 11 yards down.
It was crazy.
It was nuts. Like, I don't know the last time I've seen something like that.
That was like a freshman high school.
I mean, these guys are getting the ball and running full speed without making a cut one way or the other.
With the key players to watch on their defense, they do have two kind of preseason all-conference selections with Jordan Pollard, the linebacker. He had 15 tackles in the first game, and Taniela Latu. We'll see. He had 7 tackles, but he also was a highly ranked player going in. But
I feel sorry for Jordan, man. Like, the amount
he had to make those tackles.
You remember that Popeyes lady? When they had the biscuits.
That little.
That's what the chicken sandwich dropped. That's what the chicken sandwich dropped. Bro, that's how when I was watching that tape, I was like, man, I feel sorry for this kid, man. He got 15 tackles, and he taking on all Central Michigan was like double him, single blocks, everybody else run that way. Yeah. Like, it's just that kid had his work cut out for him.
All right, let's move on to the.
Well, I'll say real quick from the offensive side of the football. I mentioned on the preview show, the season preview show, that this 3-game stretch is going to be important for this team. And it's because what we saw last week. Like, we need to see some continuity build between Arch and this receiving group. Yeah. Like, we need to see the ball come out quicker with Arch. I need to see these receivers run their routes with more resolve. Like, Wingo, he was running his routes, but I feel like he wasn't looking for the ball every single time. Like, you're our number one. You got to expect the football every single play. I would like us to be able to see DeAndre Moore get some more touches in that slot, manufacture some design plays for him. Let's open up this pass game a little bit. Now, we know
Rob's about to get active again.
I didn't mean to activate Rob, but I see it in his eyes.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with
red
you.
rod.
So yes, I expect this Texas team to run for over 200 yards on this unit defensively, but let's not forget we need to continue to grow this passing attack because this is what Sark hangs his hat on.
How many attempts for Arch, y'all, in this game?
25.
20, yeah. How many passes? 25. I like that.
Well, the hope is he's in there for 2
I was going to say, it doesn't
But you still need to get the work in.
And I bet we see more screens.
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie,
we
bro.
see more screens implemented.
This is a game where Texas gotta establish the standard on the offensive side of the ball. Like, who are we gonna be? Who do we I don't like right now. I honestly can't tell you who we go to in the clutch, right?
Yeah,
I don't think that
it's the tight end.
Based on what we've seen so far, which is such a small amount to go off of, but based off of what we've seen so far, it did not feel like QB1 had his go-to one. Like, you know what? In the clutch, I know I'm going there.
It's like Golden last year became late down that stretch.
Well, Parker Livingstone, technically, for the standard of this game, he would have been that.
That's fair.
But DeAndre has been that for him, and I think that's one of the things Adrian said on the postgame show was part of what Matt Patricia does is he'll let you beat with 1,000 cuts. He'll let you get those 4 and 5 yard dumps to your running back over and over again, knowing that you're gonna keep trying to push it down the field and make the mistake or else do something like that. And so I think that they did a good job of taking away those options. But it was DeAndre last year. Like, DeAndre was his go-to.
I want to add on, and this is what I was talking about that could be a little concerning, is what Steve Sarkisian said after the game, was that Ryan Nibblet would have been the next receiver to go in. Whenever you bring in 5-star receivers with the likes of Terry and French and Lockett, McCutcheon got, I want to say, 4 snaps. He got 4 snaps and he got a catch.
Where are you going with this? Where's the depth at?
Yeah, bro.
Where's the
Mosley hurt it.
You gotta have with Mosley being hurt. You gotta have guys available to play, especially if they are 5-star type of guys. They got to be ready. And I don't know how long it takes for them to be ready, and we'll find out. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan offensively, we'll find out what they truly about on Saturday against San Jose State, because they're going to have their opportunities if Texas does what they're supposed to do in the first probably 2.5 quarters. Yeah. Now, that's concerning. And then the other aspect that you got to clean up, and I understand being in a hostile environment affects that, but the pre-snap penalties, the motions that turns into a false start, or the false start by the offensive line and crowd obviously plays a factor into that. But those are things that you can control, right? It wasn't the holdings, that competitive play. Like, it wasn't that is an issue offensively. Yeah. It's before the snap happens, you got to know what the count is. You got to know what you're doing, and then you got to be ready to execute. So eliminating those and being a more disciplined team is what I look forward to seeing by this unit moving on to Saturday.
Yeah, and 5 penalties is not a bad game for this team.
Critical.
That's the problem.
I
mean, you got to think 29. What's it,
Grayson Littleton.
Oh, I gotta memorize that kid's name because I actually went back. I went back and
not know it
right
too much longer.
Right. I went back and looked at his high school technique, 4-star receiver. He's like number 9 in his class at his position. Like, I was like, man, this kid playing some ball. But two back-to-back great plays by him.
They were picking on him.
And then we get the penalty when it's supposed to be our ball, and then that penalty leads to what then becomes their first touchdown of the game, right? But without talking about Ohio State, talking about Texas, I think what will help us, among other things, is, and I'm a little bit upset about this, we don't see Matt Patricia again.
Well, you might.
We could.
No. I'm saying.
You're gonna see Georgia.
I'm about to say, we're gonna see Kirby Smart.
No, hear me.
Kirby's watching that game going.
Hear me. What I'm saying is, I can't. Like, off the top of my mind, Rod, you probably got the stat. If not Higgs, I know you got it. But it's like, when's the last time you seen in a college game a DB travel with a receiver to make it look like his man? and then on the play action, it's an actual cover 2 zone.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Like
that was nasty.
I don't think the man and shout out and salute to Ohio State's defensive intellect for those guys to be able to grasp and pick up on what is being asked of them when he just got there. Right? But so that just lets you know like these kids are smart kids. So salute to them on that end. But you're going to get more traditional looks. You're going to get more traditional. There'll be little wrinkles that everybody has to make them special, but you're going to get more traditional looks. You won't get that level of NFL caliber disguises, blitzes, looks, man that looks like zone that looks like man, cover 2 this way, cover 4 that way.
Georgia for sure.
But we've seen
right.
They hadn't seen Sark hadn't seen.
I'm saying all of that to say is what we're hoping to see from an offensive standpoint is, more of my routes being run and my quarterback throwing with better anticipation, like them trusting the receivers more. It's going to be pitchers that you've practiced against and seen.
That's true.
So I'm imagining that there's a lot of things. I mean, the fact that San Jose State, no disrespect at all, is just not Ohio State. Like there are a lot of things that are working in the favor of seeing a better arch that I imagine is going to play out this weekend.
That's true.
And just piggybacking off that point real quick, just from what I saw from Patricia's play calling, like you said, there's a lot of NFL scheme within that. And what I saw the most was the simulated pressures. And when I say simulated pressure, I mean showing pressure, but at the end of the day, only dropping 4 and creatively sending 4. Like you got 6, 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, but you're only at the end of the day, there's only 4 guys rushing. It's still traditional 4 guys rushing. That threw off Arch so much in this game.
To that point, I'll give a standing ovation to the offensive line. For distinguishing what's actually happened versus what they're being shown. And we can all say that overwhelming majority of the time, Arch had a pretty clean pocket. Right? With all of that simulated pressure. And this is where now I hate that. I don't want to feel like I'm just, but that's where it comes. Hey man, they simulated the pressure. We still gave you the time. You got to find the right answer.
That's why you saw Arch kind of getting antsy, stepping up when he didn't have to step up, getting out the pocket, not necessarily when there was people about to grab him. Like he felt that sim pressure, and there necessarily weren't bodies on him.
And the one time where the simulated pressure beat us mentally at the offensive line
was the most critical time.
Literally the time that we can't have it. 4th and 5 with the game on the line. Like you know what but I honestly can't think of it was a sack. No, I lied. It was a sack.
Yeah, it was a sack. They had the little
they brought the back.
Coffee house pressure they call it.
I learned that in the postgame. I've never heard that term.
Two out of, and they did it a lot. But out of all the times that they did it, they got home twice. So I'm not mad at the offensive line for that. It's just like, hey guys, this is what it looks like at this level. You know what I mean? Like you talk about championship football, championship defenses, what they're gonna throw at you. Like this is what it looks like. So
this is also going to be the hardest picture. This was one of the reasons that I talked about going into this game is Patricia don't have film to be able to review. I'll be very interested to see what Ohio State's defense looks like for the rest of the season whenever they play against top competition, because there is a baseline now that teams be like, okay, this is what they like to do, and the tendencies start to show up. Now you get the game plan for that. So I'm interested in that aspect. They're still a good defense. I do believe that, but more film means more opportunity to actually digest what's happening. Totally. So I'll be curious to see what plays out.
And I'll say this, and I'll go to my grave with it. Sark figured it out in the second half. He figured it out.
He did.
That ball started going up and down that field. Ohio State crossed the 50-yard line twice.
And it was in typical Sark fashion too. Throwing early in the game and then coming out after halftime and handing that peel off, leaning on guys. That's typical Sark.
We didn't talk much about how good Trey looked, and I mean props to CJ too for coming back. CJ got some tough.
Props to CJ, man.
Big props
to CJ, man.
Big time.
He was running tough.
They both
have 1-2
physical.
Legit.
And I'd be interested in seeing for our red zone woes. I wouldn't be upset if we put CJ back there in a wildcat type situation with his physicality.
He got 5 of those yards on that got us down into that 4th and 1. Like he was weird about.
Give it back to him again.
I should have gave it right back to him.
Gave it right
He
back
fell
to him,
forward
bro.
for an additional
I'm
2.
gonna be real yards when you
I'm not mad at taking my 6'4", 225-pound quarterback, putting him behind all that Texas beef.
I am, because he's not a rusher.
Hey yo,
and he's a big target.
Go that way.
Well, he's an athlete, but he's not a rusher.
But he's not.
You
But he
barely
don't
got
gotta
that
be a
sneak
rusher.
last time. Remember,
He's
let's be
not
honest,
Josh
guys.
Allen,
They
right?
barely
Like, that's not the type of quarterback
Quinn
he
got
is.
multiple rushing touchdowns, and ain't no way Quinn is a rusher.
But do we
he
have
can
designed
still
runs
run.
for Quinn?
Yes, he
Designed
scored
runs?
was a
before.
quarterback.
a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I'm not talking about the quarterback. I'm talking about the design run.
I'm
in
saying
the low
Quinn
red.
had design runs and scored on design
There's a
runs
couple,
before.
yeah.
And
Quarterback
Arch
keepers he
is
played.
a much better athlete
Not
than
against,
when you
not
were
against those
running
defenses.
Now-
we had design runs against Georgia.
The difference is when Quinn was
Come on
running.
now, Foz.
Quinn was a tendency breaker because nobody expected Quinn to
Nobody
run.
That's
expected.
correct.
Everybody talks about Arch running.
Yeah.
Well, because he
Literally
did it well.
I know what I'm saying. So you game
So
plan
they
for it. You never game
expected,
plan
yeah.
for Quinn.
No, 100%.
But I mean, even like you want to talk about what kind of athlete Arch is. They got a spy back there that's chasing. It's in the third quarter. I don't remember when. They going down the same direction of the end zone that they got stopped in on the 4th and 1. They got a spy chasing him outside that can't catch him.
That 15-yarder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
He's
it
a
literally
freak.
cannot
good.
catch him.
And he
So
put a move on the sideline.
I'm not
Yeah.
mad
Got
at
an extra 5-6.
at calling a couple of design runs for that.
All right.
That type of athlete.
All right. Now we're about to go into the Texas defense versus the San Jose State offense. Before we do that, Higgs, do you want to give us some fun facts about San Jose State? Give us a little break for a second.
Yeah, we got
here.
some notable
breather.
alumni. We'll start with a
snap.
couple people in the arts. Some of you guys may be familiar with Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Two
Fleetwood
parts,
Mac
two
right
parts
there.
to Fleetwood Mac. We got a few NFL notables. Steve DeBerg,
Oh, Buccaneers.
Jeff Garcia,
Okay.
and maybe one of the best to do it, Bill Walsh.
Wow, nice.
And one doesn't really, well, some people consider it a sport, but Mr. 4th of July, Joey Chestnut.
Well, I feel like
San
hey,
Jose
hey,
State. That's a
why do
dope.
I feel like we're on a game show? They just announced the prizes. I'm
That's
like,
trivia
right
right
there,
there.
man.
Trivia.
that's a new washer and
That's
dryer.
what Higgs brings to the table. I like it.
Yo, look under your seats for Oprah. You got a car.
It's a little culture.
Some
All
great
right.
history.
So the Texas defense versus this San Jose State offense, this spread and shred offense that Craig Stutzman brought from Utah State. So it is, for those of you not familiar, it is a mix of the air raid, the run and shoot, and the option.
Nice.
So it is, yeah, and they'll throw the ball about 50 times a game. And the people to watch, their quarterback, Walker Egets, an older guy, 24 of 43 last game, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He can sling it a little bit. He got sacked twice, and they did turn the ball over 3 straight times in that first half.
I mean, 3 straight times.
It's 2 picks.
Yeah, it was 2 picks and a
Yeah,
fumble.
picks and a fumble, yeah.
Yeah.
And then their running back, Floyd Chalk, had 11 carries for 44 yards with a long of 10. And they also have a running quarterback that they'll put in this. I'm going to screw this up. Tama Amasone. And he had 5 carries for 23 yards. But the guy to watch that I was a big fan of is this sophomore wide receiver
the
from
wideout.
San Jose,
Go.
Danny Scadéro. He's a
Scadéro.
quick little 5'9" guy, 9 catches, 189 yards. He had a long of 46. And 1 touchdown. They also got a Purdue transfer, Leland Smith, that had 2 catches for 50 yards. He's 6'4".
That's the one they was throwing the go balls to.
Yeah, he can play too. So and their tight end looked pretty good too. 5 catches, 33 yards.
What number do you think Danny will wear next year with the Longhorns?
Yeah, exactly. So I said there's 2 guys on this team that you might see playing for Texas next year. I'll name the other one later.
Somebody say, somebody better. What they say? Somebody better teach Ryan Williams the fight song.
Yeah, let's will that into the world. Yeah,
That would be crazy.
Give me you guys thoughts on this San Jose State offense versus the Texas defense. What do you expect?
They let Egets sling that thing. And he'll make some throws that you kind of question, like, why are you throwing that ball?
Yeah.
Hey, he has a lot of faith in his arm. Matter of fact, both of those 2 picks, he's throwing to the wide side of the field and throwing like out to the wide side.
Right.
Like,
He has a lot of confidence.
He's
in
a
his
lot
arm.
of confidence.
You know, that college hash is different than the NFL hash. They're
So-
on the right hash, throwing the quick out way over.
I do think you should see a lot of the NASCAR package in this game where they put a lot of their pass rushers and then coverage specialists out there because they don't really want to run the football. It's only a placeholder for them, basically.
Right.
It's symbolic largely.
Yeah, for me, I want to see this Texas defense take the football away. That's what we hung our hat on last season, creating turnovers, giving short fields to our offense. Let's see that this game. Like you said, they had 3 turnovers just in the first half. Well, I like our odds as a Texas defense. I need to see us take the football away, whether that's tracking the ball and picking off interceptions, whether that's punching at the football once you got a guy wrapped up, whether that's a sack, strip, fumble, whatever it looks like. I need to see us turn the football over, especially with this young offense that we've had that we're going to try to grow throughout the season. This defense, we got to lean on them. And in order to do that, we got to start taking the football away and getting in the rhythm of doing that nice and early in the season.
Sark brought that up too. He said in the in media availability, he said that's one of the big reasons they lost.
24
straight games they had gone with the takeaway.
24 games. And I think that was the most surprising for me from the defense. From a day that was pretty much as good as you can get from the standpoint of what Ohio State wanted to do. Obviously, the 2 touchdown plays you wish you could have back, but at the end of the day, that's not what lost the game for Texas.
Heck no.
So I mean, I'm still hats off to the defense, but yeah, to creating those takeaways would have been huge, and then obviously we know what that amounts to for the offense and additional chemistry that can be built with extra possessions. I also want to, I guess, implement and double down on what Steve Sarkisian said from a complementary standpoint, right? That's where Texas is at its best, and that's football 101 in general, right? Any team is going to be great if they can work complementary. If the offense doesn't score, but they pin Ohio State inside their own 10 by getting stopped at the 9 or whatever it was, the goal is for the defense to be able to get a stop. Maybe they get a first down or not. Then they punt the ball back, and Texas got the ball on the 45-yard line, right? Yep. That's whenever you have to continue to wear and tear on the opposing defense from an offensive perspective, and then apply pressure from the game management standpoint by winning the field position battle. And I thought Texas did a pretty solid job of that. Now you just got to go finish and execute. And it all comes down to the defense being the focal point, creating takeaways, and then also doing what they did last year and doing what they did last weekend to continue giving this offense opportunity and time to mesh and gel together. Getting ahead of myself, right? Going too far. But I think that's what is critical and why Sark brought that up. Obviously, he knows his team the best.
Yeah, and I think it's super key. These next 3 games to come out and not treat this like we're better than these teams, right? Get out there, do our thing, take care of business, and get some of these young players playing time as well. Like, right, develop our guys, our starters, but also we need to get playing time in there in this part of the year for Matthew Caldwell, Trey Owens, for these other people on the team. Otherwise, you're kind of squandering this opportunity, in my opinion.
Couple of numbers out there, right? 203, 43, and 2, right? 203. Total number of yards given up by the Texas defense on the road against Ohio State. 43, the number of receiving yards that the number 1 player in America had at home against Texas. This Texas defense. And then 2, the number of explosives given up by the defense on Saturday.
And number of times they crossed the 50.
And the number of times across the 50. Right. So I just see a very long day for San Jose State. And then one, I forgot the number 1 mad ass team that took a L. So I honestly just see a very long day for San Jose State, and it's no fault of theirs.
I think if we go back and look at the Corman season preview show at Jeremy, I think it was you who said, "You guys just enjoy Austin."
Yeah, no doubt. I'll tell you what,
some great spots. Call us.
Check out Corman Fine Jewelry House.
One of my favorite spots in the city is this little smoothie spot called Sun Life Organic Smoothies, and I will treat the entire team if they show up. Like
it's an NIL deal.
Come enjoy the city, man. Come enjoy the
shameless plug.
No. This is the one time that I have no stake in it. It's just really good.
If you talk about us on the show, we will.
Jeremy just took 15% of that company.
Exactly. Bring it up organically.
Is that what y'all think about me?
I mean,
all
maybe.
these years.
You're an opportunist, bro.
All these years.
Don't call my name.
All right.
Goodness, man.
Now we're going to get to the most important part, and not just the special teams, but the game predictions. So special teams, Dennis Lynch, their kicker, had 2 opportunities to win the game for him within the last, and one was a gimme, but it got tipped. So he was 0 for 2 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Their kicker, we did not really get a chance to see Mason Shipley. He was 1 for 1 on extra points, but Kid's missed 4 kicks in his career, so hopefully, hopefully we don't get to see him much. We just see him on extra points. But
hey, did you see your boy lost the kicking job out in Miami?
oh my gosh!
Man,
Like,
that was crazy.
don't even. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about South Beach Bird. It broke my heart. All right.
He enjoying South Beach.
But
enjoying South
speaking of,
I think you need to buy Nick a smoothie.
When you have a breakup, you tend to you got to move on, and so that brings me to my next point. And I'm moving on this year to Jack Bouwmeester.
Yeah.
There we go. My guy. This is my guy.
Peace,
Dude.
Yeah.
4 punts, 46.3 yard average, along a 52. Mind you, he averaged 46, like attempting to pin most of these inside. He wasn't even booming it, and he put
Boise mode.
Ooh,
I like that. He put 3 inside the 20 and 2 inside the 10. He's like, that kid is the real deal.
That's a weapon.
And he's got a cool accent.
When you got a
Complementary
defense,
football.
when you have that's what I was about to go, Rod. Like complementary football, everybody just thinks of like they think of, okay, with the offense that means run game, pass game. With the defense that means get them behind the sticks and then play, be able to rush the passer. But team wise, you got a weapon like that and you got a defense like this. Imagine everybody having to go the hard way.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost got us 2 points.
Yeah.
He almost got us 2 points. He did. But I will say, probably the most anticipated matchup, although you're not going to see Bouwmeester play much, hopefully, is the punter on San Jose State. When I said you might see 2 players in a Texas uniform next year, this kid, Trent Carrizosa, their punter, 5 punts, averaging 50 yards. He was preseason all-second team. Wow. He had a long 68 in the last game, 1 inside the 20, averaged 44 yards last year. So good punters on both sides this game.
It's funny that we're so good in the portal that when we spot talent on another team that's not used properly, we're automatically thinking, oh, we got to go get him next year.
Hey, San Jose State guys are watching this.
We got to go pluck him next year.
Somebody teach that guy to fight song. Somebody teach that guy to fight song.
Show him how good Austin is. It's a good place.
Let me see his hook 'em. Let me see your hook 'em. I'm gonna start telling guys. Bring your finger. Just do this real quick.
Well, and we didn't get to see much of the return game. Obviously, like Nibblet didn't get to catch many of the punts or et cetera. So we didn't see a ton of that. They do have San Jose State has Jabari Bates, who was preseason All Mountain West kick returner. He can move a little bit.
Fly.
But all right. So we're going to need game predictions. Texas, as I mentioned, is favored by 36.5 with the over-under of 51.5. We had Hills go last time, so we'll let Hills go first.
I'll keep it short. The last time we played them, it was 56-0. Give me that again.
Damn, repeat, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, listen, for the reasons I said earlier, like you got arguably one of the best defenses in the country, right? And coming off of a performance like what it came off of, coming home and not being very happy. So, we don't gift them anything, and they gotta go earn everything. I just don't see it happen.
I'll go 48-7.
Oh, they scored touchdown.
That's close to mine.
I give them 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I give them 1.
How's it happen? Just out of curiosity.
Fourth quarter. Mop up.
Real mop up duty.
Real mop up duty.
Not 14-7.
Yeah,
What you have?
14-7 mop up duty.
14-7.
Yeah.
Texas got the ball. It's mop up
Mop
duty.
up. But I always think whenever you facing a team that throws the ball 50 times, at some point in time they get lucky and weird things can happen.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. That's what
So
I had.
that's
I
the
had
reason.
48-7. So.
Okay. I'll go. I like the 50 burger, man. I think Jay Hills is right. I think the team is angry. Sark's a little mad. So I think he's going to dial up some things. And it's a perfect game, like Oak said, coming off a game where you had 0 takeaways and 0 sacks. And this team wants to throw it 50 times. So you can rush the passer. You can go make plays, pad the stats. I'm going 52-0.
Like it.
Good.
I am going to go 44-6. I think they get 2 field goals. I don't think we give up a touchdown. I think we bow up and hold them to 2 field goals. Only reason I don't think we get to 50, because I think in that second half, I think once Christian Clark and Jared Gibson get to running the ball, that clock is going to bleed a little bit.
That's fair.
So
You're right.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take that. I'm not.
We run out of time.
The only thing is like,
But they're gonna
from
score.
what I've seen in the game, from what I've seen from San Jose State so far, like, and what I've seen from Texas's defense so far, this Ohio State team crossed the 50-yard line twice. Right. One time was aided by penalties. Right. I'm just like, I don't know if they they get close enough for the field goal. That's my only issue.
Well,
not that they
I agree
wouldn't
with
take the
Fozzy,
field
They're
goal.
gonna be throwing so much.
One of them gonna get lucky
break,
randomly,
man.
or we gonna tip one, and then all of a sudden the receiver just gonna be standing back there,
Nah, I got you.
like
I
get
got you.
gifted.
All right,
So
Higgs,
it's
what
something like
do you
that.
got?
Kind of like with the Oak, but I got one field goal, 48-3.
I like it.
Nice.
All right.
Big suggestion to everybody. I think it's at 36.5. Go ahead and it's worth the extra juice on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Go up.
Yeah.
Listen. Go ahead and take that thing down to 34.5.
Okay, thank you.
Take Texas by 35, and man, do something nice for your wife.
Easy money.
One quick one. We had
Coins?
at Schultz's in the Austin one. The guy came out that made Texcalibur, the sword that the guys put.
yeah.
So maybe real quick, guys, how many balls do you think end up on the sword this week?
Oh, that's good.
that's a good one.
Texcalibur again.
Four.
Just
I got
3 of them
4.
joints.
That's mine. 4.
I'm going 3.
I got 4.
I can see 4.
I got 2.
3 of them joints.
I'm gonna say 3.
I'm gonna go trio. All trio, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going 4. Let's go 2 picks.
Okay.
Let's go fumble recovery, and let's go a turnover on downs.
Oh, okay.
Does that count? I don't think that
Does
counts.
that get
That don't count.
Does that get you
I don't think
I got 3 on Texcalibur.
That's gonna be like 12.
Fair
Those
enough.
count.
Fair
And
enough.
we'll
Trying
say
to cheat the game.
That's a turnover. What you
Ryan Day
mean?
did
That's
say
a turnover.
turnovers on
It
downs.
is a turnover,
That's
but it's
reason-
not counted.
But
in
yeah,
the
that's not
stat
what we're talking.
category.
You don't put that on the sword.
You're right. You don't put that on the
They
sword.
should
It's still
start
a
doing that.
turnover.
They should
though.
All right, so we
Still a turnover,
do
though.
since
Sword through the offense.
DJ
Like an apple turnover on that.
Since
time.
DJ can't be here, we're gonna have to text him to get his prediction because we're gonna keep track this year. All right. So right now the leaders are Oak and Fozzy, who are both 1-0.
what?
They-
Wait.
On what?
Whose score was closer though?
Ooh, it's
I
good.
did check that. I do have
Fozzy's
it.
was closer. Mine was a little bit higher.
Yeah.
What you had?
I mean, we were both pretty high on the score
I was
column. but
26-24. What were you?
I was 28-27, so we were both. pretty
Yes,
high.
I won then.
Fozzy won.
That's what I
You're
said.
right.
I just said that.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
really
and
just said that.
I'm keeping.
They're just looking for smoke for no reason.
I'm keeping differentials.
So
I'm
then
running
we
back
gotta,
there.
we gotta switch. One of us got to come off our score because we got the exact
No, didn't you?
48. 48-7. We said the exact same thing.
I thought you had 45.
No, he said 48.
Man, that man tried to lie that man.
I've been telling you need to get more
That
sleep.
man just tried to
You need
lie
get
that
some
man.
sleep.
You
You
did
need
not.
to get sleep, man.
Then I'll switch mine to 45-7.
Okay.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tried to
No, my bad. I thought I had a different one. That's why I got mad when you said it.
No, you need to get some sleep, man. You're not sleeping enough. I've been telling you that.
Somebody's got to work on this show.
These streets.
Get some more sleep, man. You outside all night.
So before we get out of here, we will be down. A few of us will be down on Bevo Blvd. So come say hi to us. We'll be out there with KXAN and KBVO for Texas Game Day. We'll also be back here with the post game. So hopefully we'll have a few of you guys for that one.
We in there.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop your score predictions in there. And I think that's all I got. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I got one thing because I didn't get to say nothing. This is filled with J Hill's prune juice.
He had to get a shot in.
Hey, that's what we
with the
doing,
whole
huh?
show. That might be the first show without a shot in each other. We almost made it.
We've been
vibing the whole
It was Rod and Hills. Rod and Hills were going at it this game.
Yeah.
This
Okay,
is
And then,
all right. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Hook 'em.
Thinking